Welcome back everyone, this is GTA Failer. In our last video we showed off all of the brand new weapon drops we have that are safe houses because of all the package collecting we did. And in this video we need to start a new project, and it's going to begin over in Portland. So I'm just taking the tunnel back and then I'm going to mega jump over the Callahan Bridge, and this is in quadruple speed because you've seen this trip many times now. You might notice that I have more ammo now than I did the end of the last recording, and that's because after I finished the last recording, I just spent a little bit of time running through all of the ammo drops at our shoreside safe house, and then making them respawn and then running through them again. So we got plenty of ammo, which is fortunate because we're going to use it during Vigilante, which is what these next few videos are going to be about. So driving over to the police station, and I'm going to use my cheaty Quicksave program here because I think there's like a 50-50 shot that each police car is locked. And so this is me just kind of speeding up the process of trying to get an unlocked police car. But without the cheaty program, if both police cars were locked, you would just run away maybe 200 feet and then come back. And that should be enough to make them respawn and re-roll the dice and have another 50-50 shot at each police car. Okay, so the basic idea with Vigilante is that you start Vigilante and then a criminal pops up somewhere on the map and you're given a certain amount of time to kill that criminal. And you can kill them in any way possible, doesn't make any difference. And once you kill that criminal, you'll get like a credit for one kill, and then you'll get a time bonus as another criminal will be plopped on the map. And just like Firefighter, you need to kill 20 criminals on each island. In Firefighter, you had to put out 20 fires on each island. So here I'm just using lots of whatchamacallit, drive-by ammo to light their car on fire. It happens that they got out. If the criminal has to stop, like their vehicle can't go forward anymore, like that one was on its side, then they'll get out, which makes them a sitting duck. So here you're going to see this criminal drive into a building, which is quite fortunate for me because then I can get out and shoot them instead of chasing them all over the map. And so you can see that's 2 eliminated out of 20 required on this island. Fortunately, you don't need to do all 20 consecutively. Just like in Firefighter, you can do them 1 at a time or 2 at a time. Doesn't make any difference. You can fail Vigilante and then just restart right away. Makes no difference at all. You just have to do a total of 20. And so before I do my official attempt, I'm just going to show you the basics of Vigilante here, and then a couple of fail states before I try to do this for real. So here I'm trying to shoot and blow up this garbage truck. You know, like I knew where it was going to be looking at the mini map, and so I kind of got ahead of them and then tried to shoot them to death with my AK-47. Well, it turns out that's not the best weapon. The best weapon is this M16 weapon. It takes about 1 second of continuous fire, and you can blow up any vehicle except for, I guess, you know, like the helicopter or whatever. Here I didn't really need to get busted, but I'm happy to show getting busted is a very real threat, especially since I had no driver's side door there, and you do get into trouble with the law while you're doing Vigilante, which is kind of ironic. I'm doing the police officer's work here. But anyway, do be careful when you're doing Vigilante. Okay, here I'm showing off a glitch. If you push the escape key to get back to the main menu, when the criminal is close to you, I don't know how to define close, but close to you, then they will get out of their car, which again makes them a sitting duck. So here I'm doing the glitch again. Criminal just went past me, and then they just come to a complete halt and get out, and then it's just trivial to take them out. I think I'll do this one more time here and then another time later. So here's the criminal in front of me. I push escape and they stop and they get out, presenting themselves to me. So as long as you can get near them, just chase them wherever they are on the map and then get near them. This is a very easy way to complete Vigilante. So I'm not going to do that in my official attempt, but just wanted to show it off. Here I'm demonstrating that just like the ambulance and I guess the fire truck, although I didn't take the fire truck in, you cannot bring your police car to the pay and spray. But there are alternatives to repairing your police car. So here's one. So I took my special crew room out, put the damaged police car in, let the door close, and just like that, fresh police car. And notice that I'm still in Vigilante, right? Like the clock is still ticking and I still have a criminal on the map to go get. So that is lovely to be able to like repair your police car, not in the pay and spray, but in your own garage. And here's another way to get a fresh police car. You just go drive over to the police station. Notice that I'm still in Vigilante and it's continuing, and I've got one active kill. And if either of these cars is unlocked, you get a fresh police car. And if you see a police car in the wild, here's another escape glitch. If you see a police car in the wild, you can just take it and get a fresh police car. So lots of ways to repair or replace your police car while you're still on Vigilante. So that makes this very different from, for example, Paramedic, where you had to make your one ambulance survive for 12 consecutive levels. So here I'm going to show off a cheat code. Again, not part of my official thing, but I'm going to hit escape and I'm going to type in the cheat code bang, bang, bang. And that's going to blow up all cars on the map. So how is this useful? Okay, so I'm not on Vigilante right now. I just wanted to show you the cheat code being used there. And now I'm going to get into my police vehicle. I'm going to start Vigilante, which will put a criminal somewhere on the map. And then I'm going to get out, and I'm going to close the garage door, and I'm going to type in my cheat code after hitting escape. And it's going to blow up every car on the map, including the one the criminal is in. So just like that. One threat eliminated. Now my police car was also destroyed, but because it's in the garage, it gets instantly repaired. And you can do this many times in a row. There's the second threat eliminated. I couldn't figure out why I was getting hurt here. I kept getting exploded. I thought I was far enough away from the police car. I'm going to do this a third time, but I realized it's my Kuruma. Like, I didn't know that bang, bang, bang would blow up a destroyed vehicle. Look, I thought I was safe from the Kuruma, but now I'll do the bang, bang, bang code one more time, and you'll see the Kuruma blow up as I get credit for my third threat eliminated. So quite easy to cheat your way through, and I'm not judging. It's not how I'm going to do it in my official attempt, but just trying to show you everything here. Okay, and so now I'm on my official attempt, or my first try at my official attempt, and you can see I've already killed 11 criminals, but now I'm gonna lose my police vehicle because of GTA physics. All right, so the threat was eliminated in the explosion. My police car is eliminated in an explosion, and then I've got 60 seconds to get back, so I'm gonna show you in fast forward me trying to head to the police station and just grab a new vehicle, but they're both locked. So I drive away a little bit, the clock is ticking. I don't think I drove far enough away, but I had no time. Okay, so I'm starting over here and doing another official attempt from scratch. You don't have to do that, right? I already had, I don't know, 12 criminals killed out of 20. But the way that I decided to plus my official attempt here was to try to get all 20 criminals in one shot, in one consecutive fashion. And there are no like trophies or achievements in the original version of GTA 3. But if you're playing, like the definitive edition or maybe something on some PlayStation thing, there is a trophy. Let's see, what's it called here? Going Rogue Achievement / Trophy. 20 kills in a row in the PS4 version or 15 kills in a row in the definitive edition. Okay, so I don't have access to any of these kinds of trophies or achievements, but I just decided the way that we were going to try to plus this experience here on Portland anyway is to get 20 in a row. I am going to do 20 kills on Staunton and on Shoreside Vale. Not going to try 20 in a row on there. I've got other ideas for how we're going to spice things up in Vigilante. But I would be curious to see, I had a devil of a time getting paramedic done on Shoreside. Would I have the same devil of a time trying to do 20 Vigilante kills in a row on Shoreside? I don't know, and I don't think I'm going to find out. This will not be my rant about Vigilante, but I hate Vigilante. Oh my goodness, gang. I hate it so much. So I'll talk about the reasons why maybe in a future video, but it's weird. I kind of dig paramedic, at least on this first island. I know that's probably an atypical opinion, but my goodness, Vigilante is my least favorite thing in GTA 3. It's not even close. Okay, but we'll save the rant for another day. So let's talk a little bit more here. So we've got 2 out of 20, and I'm just going to keep going. And again, it's lovely that you can change police cars, or you can repair your police car in your own garage, because, and that you have a 60-second kind of grace period to get out. Once you're out of a police vehicle, you have 60 seconds to get back in. You can continue on. and you have time to get back in or find a replacement police car. So that makes it like at least feasible, to do all 20 in a row. Um, Okay, the typical strategy here for Vigilante on Portland would be what I showed in the very beginning of this video, where you either do drive-bys or you just try to stop the passengers, sorry, the criminals' vehicle somehow, smush into them and get them to smush into a wall or whatever, and then you crush them with your car. Or maybe you do like a pit maneuver to get them to stop or something like that. So in the beginning of the game, you're kind of underpowered. You're supposed to be anyway, because you shouldn't have been able to get the 100 packages like we did, right? We had to kind of not cheat our way, but we got to the other islands early. So typically, you do a couple of missions. The ammunition opens up pretty early on. It's not even open in this at this point in the game, but the ammunition opens up. You do a couple more missions, and then you have access to the Uzi, which is the drive-by weapons. And then you just buy a ton of drive-by weapon, and then you do vigilante. Mostly drive-bys, I think. There I was shaking my camera. I was frustrated that I lost them. I didn't realize that I had caught them on fire, even though they didn't instantly explode. But once you get to Staunton Island, then you can take this approach here, where I do drive-bys occasionally, but really drive-bys are not great for me. I've got issues with driving and simultaneously doing the drive-bys. I'm just not very good at it. And so my technique, once I'm on the second island, is to get a bunch of M16 ammo and then do what you see me doing here. Try to get ahead of the criminal and then get out of my car real quick. And then with like 1 second of continuous strikes on their vehicle with my M16, they blow up. And so I have a lot better time doing Vigilante on the second two islands than I do here. So how do I get M16 ammo once Staunton is unlocked, but I don't have all the 100 hidden packages yet. There is the like an M16 drop, like a place where you can find M16 ammo in the wild. It's kind of next to a concrete courtyard in the far south of Staunton. But you'd have to get to that drop a bunch to get enough M16 ammo to do 20 kills. So instead, what I do when I'm speedrunning this game is on Staunton, I complete a particular mission. What's it called? Arms shortage for Phil in the far north, in that kind of military base looking thing. And once you complete that mission, Phil offers you the opportunity to buy 3 particular high-powered weapons, including the M16. And so, right at the conclusion of that mission, in my speedrunning days, I would stock up on M16 ammo, and then I'd be ready to do Vigilante on Staunton using M16 ammo. Okay, so here I'm not thrilled with 2 stars. 1 star I can deal with, but 2 stars the police are much more aggressive, and the 2-star wanted level doesn't go away naturally. So I'm going to continue on just because I'm close to this criminal here. But pretty soon I'm going to try to find a bribe star to clear my wanted level. Speaking of bribe stars are the main reward. Like there's a cash reward for Vigilante, but bribe stars are the main reward. So once you've done your first 10 kills on Portland, you'll get a message in the top left corner of the screen saying bribe star delivered to hideout. Once you get your 20th kill on Portland, you'll get another message saying bribe star delivered to hideout. And then you could keep doing kills on Portland until the cows come home, but you won't get any more bribe star rewards. You could, do your 30th kill on Portland. It won't make any difference. And then once you go over to Staunton and get your 10th vigilante kill on Staunton only, then you'll get a 3rd bribe star, and your 20th kill on Staunton gets you a 4th bribe star, and then your 10th kill on Shoreside gets you your 5th bribe star. And then your 20th kill on Shoreside gets you your 6th and final bribe star. So at the conclusion of all of Vigilante, you'll have increased your percentage in the in-game tracker, and you'll have 6 bribe stars at your hideouts. So one way to get rid of the wanted level, like if you have 2 wanted stars like I did, is to drive through a bribe star that's in the wild. And that's what I did, although I didn't actually see it happen. It was probably the one in that bribe star alley. But as soon as you've got your bribe stars starting to build up in your safe house, then you're welcome to So this is me doing the drive-by, but I much prefer doing Vigilante with the M16. So there, he didn't die because he was too far from the explosion, so we had to fix that. Okay, um, so once you get bribe stars starting to appear at your safe house, then you're welcome to lose your wanted level by just making a quick jaunt over to your safe house. One thing that I noticed here as I'm making this recording is that so in uh, off video, like I made the last video and showed you all the ammo drop-offs at the safe house, and then off video I ran through those ammo drop-offs a bunch of times, and I ended up reaching the maximum ammo here with my Uzi weapon, which is the one that you can see in the top right corner of the screen. That's the drive-by ammo, and and so I got to the maximum, which was like 9,999 plus 25 that you can hold in in the clip, like in the gun itself. And I've shot a bunch of Uzi ammo in this video, in this playthrough. But I noticed that it's still at max. I wanna see if it does, like, does it go down when I'm actively shooting, or does it just stay at that number? So clearly, what the game has kept track of how many Uzi rounds I have, even though it's more than this 9,999. Like it's keeping track internally, even though it's just displaying 9,999. I guess graphically they wouldn't be able to fit another digit inside of that kind of yellowish square in the top right corner. Okay, so there I can see yeah, so there my M16 ammo, which was also at the maximum. I saw the 9,999 for the M16, and then I saw the number on the right-hand side go down to 0. So there it's at 0, and then it just goes back up to 60. And I'm getting frustrated because I'm getting owned by this criminal. Yeah, I have a real hard time chasing folks when they're in sports cars in particular. But it's on me. I mean, like I could improve my driving skill for sure. Okay, so here I am, desperate to end this guy. All right, so there's the message. That was our 10th in a row. You can see the blue number on the right, and then the message saying the bribe star is delivered to hideout. And so yeah, so didn't realize until I started recording this video that even though it looked like I was at the maximum ammo for both the Uzi and for the M16, the game has kept track of a higher number, which it isn't showing us, but it still looks like I have maximum ammo for those two things, even though I've been using a bunch of bullets for both of those. That's interesting. Okay, let's talk a little bit more here about Vigilante in general. One thing to know is that you can do Vigilante in 4 different vehicles. I'm exclusively using the police car. It's the only one I have access to here on Portland. But you could also do Vigilante in the Enforcer, which we've seen before. That's the one that comes out when you have a 4-star wanted level. And it also lives, it's got a fixed spawn in the police station in Staunton. And you can do Vigilante. Can't even see this guy. So I'm trying not to shoot him when he's too close to me because I don't want to explode me or my police car. So you could do Vigilante in the FBI car, which only comes out when you have a 5-star wanted level, and I can't even generate a 5-star wanted level no matter how hard I try until I unlock the second island officially. And you can do Vigilante in the Rhino, which is the tank. And that Rhino appears when you have a 6-star wanted level, and you can't get a 6-star wanted level unless you've unlocked the last island, Shoreside. There is a fixed spawn Rhino at Phil's place, again on the northern part of Staunton, after you have completed the culminating mission, the one Catalina mission in the game. So you don't need to get a 6-star wanted level to get access to the tank, but you do need to either get a 6-star wanted level or have completed the final story mission in the game to get the tank. So you can do Vigilante in 4 vehicles. On this island, I only have access to one of them, although I guess I could have generated a 4-star wanted level and then tried to steal an Enforcer. But here we'll do everything in the police car. Okay, so we've got 12 out of 20 done. I guess we could talk about the monetary rewards. I think they're exactly the same as in the firefighter mission. And that is to say, you get 500 for the first criminal, and then if you do 2 criminals in a row, then the second criminal gives you $1,000, and the third criminal gives you 1,500, and the fourth criminal gives you 2,000. So let's see here. I guess 6,500 is what I'm expecting. There it is. But you only get these kind of additional $500 bonuses if you do the kills consecutively, which you don't have to do for 100% completion. So if you kill the first criminal, you get 500, and then if you cancel Vigilante and then start again and kill another criminal, you get 500 again. You don't get another, like a brand new $1,000. You got to do them consecutive for the bonuses to add up the cash bonuses. Okay, working on the Diablo Stallion here. This is a cool looking car. I'll talk about all the cars in some future video, potentially very far down the road. But I like this one. I like the look of it with the flames, and it's a nice color choice to have the black. It really makes the flames pop. To have the rest of the car be solid black. Okay, so just looking around for this person. One thing I'll give the Rockstar programmers credit for here is that by giving the player 60 seconds to get back into a police vehicle, they allow this strategy. Like if I had to stay in my police vehicle the whole time, then that would mean that the only way I could take out a criminal would be to get them to stop and then squish them with my car. Or maybe like damage them enough so that their car blows up and they happen to be close to the explosion when the car blows up. But I mean, the police car would take a ton of pounding there too. Or in theory, there might be some places on the map where you could maybe get lucky and get in a position where with your car you could push the criminal's car into the water somewhere, like kind of off of a cliff. But yeah, it would be this would be even more of a nightmare than it is for me if I didn't have Vigilante ended immediately when you get out of your police car. So credit where credit is due, but they made a different programming change for paramedic, right, which it ends as soon as you get out of your ambulance. And they made a different programming change decision for firefighter, which I don't really care about. But as soon as you get out of firefighter, as soon as you get out of the fire truck, firefighter ends. You have no 60-second grace period to get back into a fire truck. And we haven't done it yet, but there's a taxi mission where you got to pick up a passenger or bring them to their destination and do 100 passengers, not consecutively necessarily, but again, there, as soon as you get out of your taxi or cabbie, here I'm not shooting them because they're too close to my police vehicle. And there I kind of goofed a little bit because I was down to my last few rounds of the particular clip. And so like I shot them a couple of times and then I had to sit there for like 2 seconds while Claude reloaded before I could shoot them again. So as soon as you get out of your taxi or cabbie, the taxi mission ends, which is not a big deal. But again, it's a different programming choice here. So I do appreciate that they give you 60 seconds to get back into a police vehicle. It opens Vigilante up in a ton of ways. My goodness, it would be rough if you couldn't ever, if getting out would instantly end Vigilante. Okay, so I didn't know how hard or easy this 20 in a row thing would be. I've never done it before. When I speedrun this game, I don't care at all about how many consecutive criminals I've gotten. I just care about speed. And so what I do is I would start Vigilante and hope that I got a criminal. Look out! Hope that I got a criminal that was pretty far. Oh my goodness! Probably very easily could have lost my police car there. Hope to get a criminal kind of in the southern sections of the island. I just prefer doing Vigilante and firefighter down in the south. So here I knew that the truck would eventually come down here, but I think they got stuck somewhere, so I got to go back. I guess I don't know if it's a van or a Patriot. I couldn't see. Yeah, so the Patriot got stuck, and so I could blow them up with the Patriot with my Uzi drive-by ammo, but just decided to go directly for the person, the criminal. So typically, if I get a destination for where the criminal is that's far away from where I am, like if I'm in the south and the destination is in the far north, Hepburn Heights, then I just cancel Vigilante and start over. So I could care less about look, that was not safe for me. I could care less about the consecutive number of criminals in my speed run. Just trying to get 20 as fast as possible there. But yeah, just for the challenge and this plus video, decided to try to get 20 in a row here as the first challenge on Portland. And also, I do have in my mind that maybe I should try to get all the trophies, or at least do the things that get the trophies, because I can't technically get trophies here. So anyway, this is, I'm not even sure if it's my first trophy. I haven't looked at the list to see what all the different trophies are. Anyway, here's one. We just got it. So you can see Vigilante is continuing. It doesn't stop like Paramedic ends when you complete level 12 and you cannot continue to level 13. So there, I've just canceled Vigilante, and I've got 1 star, and I think there's going to be a police officer coming right at me. So not exactly the safest time to stop, but thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.